Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation, and I am Subbalakshmi Raut from Ambika Prasad Research Foundation, Odisha, India, and we are going to continue our UGC NET examination series for environmental science subject, and this is 37th part of Unit 3 Environmental Biology, and today we are going to discuss on biodiversity and its conservation. First of all, we will discuss about what is biodiversity, what are the types, and what is the importance of biodiversity as well as threats that is hampering biodiversity. So let's start. Biodiversity, when you say it's a mixture of two words, bio, that means bios plus diversity. Bios means life and diversity means variety. So we can say a variety of life forms on Earth is called biodiversity. So it's I have taken a definition from World Wildlife Fund, that is WWF, where they say that biodiversity is all the different kinds of life that can be found in one area, the variety of animals, plants, fungi, and even microorganisms like bacteria that make up our natural world. So, this is the basic definition of biodiversity. And any living organism that we see or we cannot see our naked eyes is under biodiversity. And each of these species and organisms, they work together in the ecosystem like an intricate web to maintain balance and support life. If we remove one component from the cycle or the web, then we will see an imbalance which will lead to extinction of all species, not that species particularly, all species, because uh, in an ecosystem all the living organisms, that is biodiversity, is interdependent on each other. So like for example, take humans. We depend on so many things to survive. We depend on plants, we depend on animals, we depend on air, everything. So um, biodiversity supports everything in nature that we need to survive, that is food, clean water, medicine, and shelter, everything. And the term biodiversity was coined in the year 1985, and I have written in bold here that diversity of life is biodiversity. So, this is a standard picture that we can get from net about biodiversity. You can see different types of animals, birds are there, then butterflies are there, plants are there, grasses are there, small microorganisms are there. They all consist or they all constitute to form biodiversity. And here also you can see biodiversity means bird diversity. It includes genetic diversity. It includes race diversity in case of humans. It includes plant diversity. It includes marine diversity, forest diversity. There are various groups. We can divide the general term biodiversity. So that arises a question, what are the types of biodiversity? So basic, we have that biodiversity is a measure of variation at genetic, species, and ecosystem levels. So from that sentence, we get three type of standard or basic or general types of biodiversity, that is genetic biodiversity, species biodiversity, and ecological biodiversity. So we will go through one by one. First one is species diversity, which refers to the variety of different types of species found in a particular area. And in the previous classes, I have discussed on species diversity, which includes alpha, beta, and gamma diversity. There you can study all these terms. And species diversity is the biodiversity at the most basic level. Species is the lowest level of classification, as we know. Above that comes genus, then um, family, order, then all those things, division, phylum, we get all these terms there. So if you come from top, we will first get phylum, sorry, kingdom, then phylum or division, then we will get class, order, family, then genus and species. So species is the lowest level of classification. And the species diversity includes all the species ranging from plants to different microorganisms. So no two individuals of the same species are exactly similar. For example, humans show a lot of diversity among themselves only. Next, we will discuss about genetic diversity. It refers to the variations among the genetic resources of the organisms. Every individual of a particular species differs from each other in their genetic composition. So, this is why every human looks different from each other. Similarly, there are different varieties in same species of rice, wheat, maize, barley, etc. And next one is the ecological diversity. Here, an ecosystem is a collection of living and non-living organisms and their interaction with each other. So, ecological biodiversity refers to the variations in the plant and animal species living together and connected by food chains and food webs. So, it is the diversity observed among the different ecosystems in a region. Diversity in different ecosystems like desert, rainforests, mangroves, etc. These all are included under ecological diversity. It it just says that how a ecosystem is different from another. Here in ecological biodiversity, we will we will compare two ecosystems so that we can get how diverse or what is the variety of species present in the two ecosystems, what are the differences. So to compare that, we will require ecological biodiversity to know the similarities and dissimilarities between the two ecosystems. Now, what is the importance of biodiversity? Why we are talking so much about biodiversity? So basically, I have grouped the importance in three groups, but there are more than these importance of biodiversity. First is ecological stability. So biodiversity provides ecological stability, which means every species that um, is present in an ecosystem has a specific role. They capture and store energy and also produce and decompose organic matter. That means the cycle that starts from plants to the decomposers, all are important here. Plants capture sunlight, they produce food, then the herbivores, they eat the plants and get the energy. They store the energy inside them, and next goes on the above trophic levels, like carnivores feed on herbivores, then top carnivores, then um, when they die, all die, then the decomposers come into the play. They decompose the organic matter and provide the soil with the nutrients so that this process can continue. And if these all things will not happen, then everything be will be stopped, and all the species will get extinct, because this is the uh, what we say, meaning of life: food, shelter, we this is the basic needs of every species that lives on Earth. So the ecosystem supports the services without which humans cannot survive. A diverse ecosystem is more productive and can withstand any environmental stress. So it means that if we have different variety of or more variety of plants or animals in an area, if there are some type of disaster or anything that affects one type of species but not others, so the others can survive and um, continue this process of living. And next one is economic importance. The biodiversity is a reservoir of resources for the manufacture of food, cosmetic products, and pharmaceuticals. We take we get all these things from our ecosystem. That is, we get food directly from plants or animals, or we get cosmetic products or pharmaceuticals. The raw materials we get from plants or animals, and then crops, livestock, fishery, and forests are rich source of food for us and for our and other animals also. And some wild plants are used for medicinal purposes also. And we get non-living matters like wood, fibers, perfumes, lubricants, rubber, resins, all these from the plants which are required by us in various activities. And the national parks and sanctuaries and all the other zoos or the places that are a source of tourism and provides cultural services for human enjoyment, and they are a source of beauty and joy for many people also. And next is the ethical importance. All the species that are present in our ecosystem have a right to exist, so we cannot voluntarily affect them or kill them or make them extinct. So biodiversity preserves different cultures and spiritual heritage also, means like Ficus bengalensis and Ficus religiosa. These are all the plants that are worshipped by people because of their cultural and spiritual values. So we have to protect those things. They don't not only they are spiritual, but they provide food and shelter to various birds, insects. So it's important to conserve biodiversity. And biodiversity also um, takes part in various processes like water purification, nutrient recycling, and providing us with fertile soils and all those things like climate regulation, carbon sequestration. These are some of the minor portions that are um, helped by biodiversity. So now, what are the threats? As we came to know the importance, we know that we have to conserve them. We have to conserve them, but we have to know how to conserve them. There are some threats to biodiversity that we can minimize, or we can eradicate these problems so that we can conserve our biodiversity. So the threats that are making us lose our biodiversity are, I have listed some of them only, but there are more than these, like residential and commercial development. We are converting the available lands that could be used for plantation to convert them into agricultural lands for our benefit, or we are constructing buildings for um, making it into factories or for living purposes. So we have to think about that. Then, like I said, we are converting lands, available lands, into farming activities like agricultural lands. Then the major threat is mining. Because of mining, we are um, losing most of our important plants and animals. And then there is also extensive biological resource uses, like we have to check ourselves, like we have to know how much we can take from our ecosystem, and how much time we have to give them to so that they can regenerate themselves. Like we are uh, constantly taking resources from forests, or we are constantly using water and polluting them also, and we are not getting giving them time to rejuvenate, or we are not giving them time to um, regenerate themselves. And then human in, in, intrusions, like um, we are we are actually disturbing the habitat and the cycles of natural behaviors of animals or plants, like um, pollution, or we are like some climate changes, we are responsible for those climate changes. And then there is the issue of invasive and problematic species that we are planting. And like natural phenomena is also involved there, but that's very small percentage. But our activities are mainly affecting our biodiversity, so we have to understand how we can contribute to conserve our biodiversity, because if we don't, then nobody will do it. So we have to think about that. So this is all from me today. Thank you.